It's got some get up to it. It definitely packs a punch. It really does pack a punch. Coming up this week, we're back with our friends at Global Imports BMW of Atlanta, and we got this beautiful 2022 M550i, which is a very interesting car, you know, the 5 Series. So we're gonna take it around these back roads and see how she holds up. That's what we got coming up. I'm Jay Walker, watching Life Off Road right here on Jet Up Motorsports. Welcome back to another episode of Life Off Road. Thanks again for hitting that play button, folks. Remember to go to my YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. The car we're featuring this week is a 2022 BMW M550i. And the 5 Series have always been an interesting car. You know, this kind of sits in between the 3 Series and the 7 Series. And in my personal opinion, I think it's probably the more fun series to drive. I mean, they're kind of just, they're not super big, they're not super small, they're like kind of in the middle and just right, the perfect size. And whenever you put that M badge behind it, it really takes it to a whole nother level. This one here is courtesy of our friends at Global Imports BMW of Atlanta. So if you want it, it is for sale. It's got a little bit under 35,000 miles on it. It's a 22 model. You have to call and ask them for the price, but very pretty car. This color, for instance, this is what they call a bluestone metallic. It's very pretty, especially in the sunlight. You have a couple of gray accents around the car, but it's a very pretty color. Has a ivory white interior. So looking at the car overall, it has very nice stance. You know, the 5 Series, especially when you put that M badge, kind of sits a little bit lower. You have the nice M wheels. These come with a set of Pirelli P0s. I believe on the front you got a 245, 35, 20s on the front. And I want to say a 285, 30, 20s in the rear, sitting on a pair of Pirelli P0 tires. So those are really good hot summer tires. So if you want to go around the curves and have a little fun, you can do it. This is the X drive, which means it's all-wheel drive. So when you punch it, it's going to go. Let's swing around to the front of the car. I like the styling of these. You know, you have your BMW kidney-shaped grille opening here, and I believe these have the shutters that they can open up and close as, you know, if the car kind of gets warm. You can do that. These are functional air vents. I love the grille right here. All of this is functional, man. So you get a nice little airflow. Got a little mini splitter part of the bumper here, so it gets excellent downforce as you go around. I believe this car has roughly, it has a 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo, so it's pumping out roughly around 523 horsepower. So it can definitely get out the box. And as we swing around, like I said, it's just a good looking car. Has a sunroof. It doesn't have the panoramic roof. It just has a regular sunroof, which is pretty much more than what you would need. As we come around the rear of the car, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the car. You have a nice rear diffuser on the back here. Your exhaust, those are some of the best exhaust tips, you know, that come on the M550s, the M440i's, I mean, the oval tips. You know, you get the oval quad tips if you go with the straight M5, but I really like those tips, and they actually sound very good, especially when you put it in sport mode. While we're back here, let's take a look inside the trunk and see how it holds up. It's a nice little size. Yeah, trunk is fairly deep. You can get a couple of golf clubs in there. Nice open space, so when you're out with the wife or the girlfriend, or just, you know, hey honey, you know, look at all the room we got. You know, we kind of bargain just in case you say, oh, it's a sports car, but you know, it's a nice sedan. Got plenty of room. So that's that. We shut that down. Very good looking car though. I like the back of these, you know, especially the lights, you know, the LED lights. They're pretty cool to look at, especially at night. It gives it a nice little silhouette. Let's take a look on the hood and check out that engine real quick. Let's see what we got underneath the beast. And there it is, folks. 4.4 liter twin turbo, 523 horsepower, 540 foot-pounds of torque. It's very quick. Like I said, I like that you still could kind of see a little bit of the engine. You know, you don't have just this huge plastic cover where you can't see the engine at all. So I do like that you can see a little bit of the engine. I believe this is a 32 valve. So yeah, very nice. Let's take a look inside the interior. All right, folks, so we're inside the car now, and as you can see, this is a very nice interior, very beautiful. For starters, let's start it up. You got your push button start here. Steering wheel automatically comes down. Very nice. I love the finishing here. If you start off at the door panels, Juwan, you know, that's a nice finish, starting with the wood grain over there and the ivory leather, the stitching. I mean, it's a very nice finish on the door panel. And as you come inside here, you get to the dash, you got your nice wood grain here, which feels very nice. I love this blend though. You got a little bit of the black leather up here, the ivory white kind of gives it like an Oreo oatmeal type of feel. But very nice. Have your console, like I said, your cluster here, your gear shift here. You want to put it in park, is in park right now, shifting the gear, press the button on the inside, you're in drive. Go up, you're in reverse. You got your nice backup cameras. We see Kyle sitting there probably playing on his phone there. So that'll be a part of the video. We're not going to edit that out, but you know, this does have the satellite imaging, so you can see all 360 degrees of the car from the top and bottom, so you don't hit anything. It even has a front camera. Just put it back in park. Now, one of my first gripes is it has failed the tumbler test. This cup holder is not able to fit the tumbler, but you can still get your J-Dub Motorsports tumbler, folks, online at my website, jdubmotorsports.com. Customize it, but it would not fit. But hey, you know, you're in a mid-size sedan, so you're supposed to get out and have fun. So we'll just sit that right there for now. Console here, I love the double console here. Open it up, got a nice little space as you have USB port and whatnot. It's a nice little size. Close it up, good armrest. The seats, like I said, it's an ivory white interior, so these are heated and ventilated. I don't know if these massage you or not. I think they do for the 5 Series. Nice headrest. They feel very nice. And they're very comfortable. They're not bolster or anything. I mean, they're some pretty good seats. And let me get out of the camera is still facing Kyle. Let's play around with the nav system here. Like I said, your 12-inch screen here, so you got your home page here. I'm sure you got satellite radio. You got all your apps, Apple CarPlay, you know, your service. BMW does, you know, these newer cars with the technology, I mean, as soon as something is wrong with your car, it's going to alert you, whether you have a low tire, you know, low oil, or, you know, if anything is off from tire pressure, I mean, something going on with your AC, or, I mean, anything is going to immediately alert you. So that's always good. And this is suitable for iPhone and Android, for my Android folks out there. As we look at the dash, like I said, nice little 12-inch screen for your dash. And you have all your modes here, so you can change it up. We got it in comfort right now. Put it in comfort mode. Let's go over to sport. You go to configure the individual, Sport Plus, your standard. Got your eco, which I would never drive this car in eco, but you know, you want to save on fuel, you could do that. But we'll be driving in the sport today. Your electric parking brake right here that you pull up, red light, so it indicates that the parking brake is engaged. Let's lower it. Very nice, very clean. The steering wheel does have the paddle shifters, so if you want to put it in manual mode, you could, and control it with the paddle shifters here. So nice little finish. Let's hop in the back and see how that feels. Let's see how much room we got in the back seat. All right, folks, so we're in the back seat right now, and we have pretty decent amount of space. I mean, my seat is not all the way back, but I have a good amount of leg room back here. These seats are very comfortable. Let's start. We have the middle console here. Let me undo this seat belt here and fold this down. You have your cup holder here that pops out. That's pretty cool. And this does have, you know, your rear climate control back here. You have your vents back here, a couple of USB ports, outlet, you need to charge your phone. Back of the seats, you have a nice little pouch. You can put, you know, a couple of magazines, your iPad or whatnot. I always like these. I don't never like the ones that have the netting. I want a nice, solid, you know, firm piece that you can slide in and out. So that's pretty cool coming out the back. But pretty sweet. This one doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have the panoramic sunroof. It just has a regular sunroof in here. So, you know, we might open it up a little bit, but in the meantime, let's take it for a ride. All right, here we go. 2022 BMW M550, courtesy of our friends here at Global Imports BMW of Atlanta. I've always been very intrigued about the 5 Series. You know, the 5 Series is kind of your in between your 3 Series and your 7 Series. You want something kind of in the middle. If you don't want too small of a car of the 3 Series, you don't want too big of a car of the 7 Series, the 5 Series kind of meets you right in the middle. And these cars have always been kind of a gem, especially the M Series. We'll get our hands on the M5 soon, folks, so just hold your horses. But this is the M550 edition. And this, like I said, man, it's a good size, nice sedan. And it does get up. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, these things, man, the all-wheel drives, the twin turbo powered, you know, you just can't beat it. I mean, you really can't. I mean, it's very underestimated how far BMW has come as far as with the performance of these cars now, man. I mean, they really surprise a lot of people. I mean, you get to really punch in this thing and it's gonna go. Now, one of my first gripes about this is that this doesn't hold the tumbler in pretty good, so that's probably gonna be one of my first knocks. I thought I'd have a little bigger cup holder than that, but you know, we'll make do. You know, average size cup it'll hold, so we just have to be careful. First test we normally do is the turn radius. Let's see if we can bust a U-turn without having to adjust. And the turn radius is excellent, just like I always predicted. These are probably the more fun cars to drive, the 5 Series, because like I said, you're in between the 3 and the 7. You know, the 7 Series is a big car. It's a big, nice, long sedan, you know, full body, good road trip car. You want to have fun in it, excuse me, you can. But these cars that are kind of in the middle, I mean, these are, you know, the M5s, 5 Series, in between. These are the more maneuverable cars, in my opinion. You know, they're probably a lot more fun to drive than all the rest of them. This one does have the automatic. We just in the regular touring mode right now, folks. And don't worry, we'll put it in sport mode. You know, right now we're just kind of just cruising, cause this thing is in just regular mode is strong. Like, I just punch it. You hear that exhaust open up. I mean, it's gonna go. But the sport mode, it just changes to a whole another animal. I mean, it just does. It changes into a whole nother animal. But like I said, these are fun to drive. Interior, like I said, room for 5. You know, it's very, very comfortable. You can definitely do a nice road trip in this thing. It's very, very manageable. And that's the thing with these modern cars, you know, the technology, like I always said, you really have to just, today's technology in these cars are really, really amazing. I mean, they're top notch. They really are. And like I said, over the years, and I'm not just saying this because I'm, you know, doing a video for BMW, but like I said, you know, just driving these over the last few years, they have really changed the game. I mean, these are really some sleeper cars. This thing is really I mean, it really, let me put this thing in sport mode. I got it in, it's just in comfort mode right now. Let's put it in sport. Yeah, adaptive. Let's go in sport. Individual. Oh yeah, see, now you hear that V8. And like I said, man, it changed the whole demeanor of the car. It sounds like a race car, literally. Literally sounds like a race car. I'm telling you folks, these things are sleepers, man. If you ever run into one of these on the street, you be careful, because you might get bit. I mean, they're sleepers, because they look like they can't do anything, you know, just off the rip, but I mean, the throttle response is just instant. Of course, if you're in sport mode, of course you're gonna burn more fuel, but you know, who cares? You don't buy these things for, you know, fuel economy. You know, even with a V8, I mean, you're still gonna get 24, 25 miles to the gallon in the city in one of these, so you'll be all right. But you're buying a performance car, you're not buying it for fuel economy. You're buying it to have fun. You know, that's really what it's all about. One thing I'm kind of surprised, and I didn't expect it in these models. I believe the I don't know if the M5 actually has a square bottom steering wheel, but I would think if the M series, they will probably put the square bottom steering wheels. I would highly recommend that if BMW started doing that. This thing is fast, folks. It really is. It's got some get up to it. It definitely packs a punch. It really does pack a punch. Oh man. And I love the automatic downshifts. Oh man. I can imagine this car was a stick. I wonder if you can get these in the, I think you can probably still get a couple of M5s in sticks, but I wonder if you can get one of these in the stick. I just can only imagine banging some gears in this. But this is fun. This is fun. I can just only imagine a M5. You know, the M5s, you get the, I want to say a more, I don't think it's a bigger motor, but it's more horsepower, obviously. You get the carbon ceramic brakes. You know, it's I'm sure that probably takes this car to a whole nother level. But something like this, I mean, this is this is just fine. This is just fine, man. I want to say, what would this be in competition with? I mean, Mercedes wise, you would probably run this, I guess, with the E-Class, maybe, you know, the E400, E53, somewhere around there. that particular class. Maybe the Porsche Panorama, you know, something like that. Yeah. Now we on the fun road, folks. Curves, elevation change. This is fun. And the power is just instant. It's instant, man. Like I said, you see one of these with that M badge, even if it's just an M550. Like I said, it's not an M5, but an M550. It's like I said, don't run up on it. It might bite you. It just might bite you. Folks, as we come around these curves, this thing, it keeps you planted to the ground. No body rolls. It just handles just firmly. It's quite nice. The ultimate performance of BMW. Nice little downshifts. All right, let's give it a nice little punch. Yeah, it goes. It goes nicely. It sounds damn good too. This is a fun ass car, man. Like I said, you know, between the 5 Series is right in the middle between the 7 and the 3. And I just, like I said earlier, I just think this is probably the more fun car to drive out of all those. If you have an M performance sedan wise, I think because it's right in the middle. I mean, this is probably your better bang for your buck. But you kind of get the best of both worlds. Nice room inside, and the performance to go behind it. I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, you put this thing in Sport Plus mode. I mean, it just squats. The engine gets louder, exhaust opens up. I mean, it just changes the whole demeanor of the car. That's why I always love the sport modes on these vehicles. Just handles and performs nicely. Pulls, no hesitation. Even out of the twin turbos, you don't even get no turbo lag or anything. I mean, the power is just instant. Pretty instant. Brakes are excellent. Steel rotors on this one, folks. No carbon ceramics. If you want the carbon ceramics, I believe you have to upgrade to the M5. Unless you can order some on this car if you wanted to build the car. But I don't even think they would allow that. But you have to look into it yourself. But these are some pretty good brakes. Love the downshift. Man, oh man. That's it for this edition, folks. This is a very, very nice, fast car. First off, I want to thank my good buddies up at Global Imports BMW of Atlanta. And this car is for sale if you're interested. Like I said, it's got a little bit under 35,000 miles. You have to call for the price though, because I'm not sure about the price, but it's very nice, very fun car. It's a sleeper, you know. I wouldn't try it on the road. Let me give a quick shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys tuning in every week. Let me see, where do we leave off here? We have a Roger Bothery, Martin Screeton, Mike Charlton, David Conrad, Riho, Ricardo de los Santos. Appreciate you guys for newly subscribing. And thanks to my current subscribers. I always appreciate you guys for tuning in and sharing your friends. We're really trying to grow this thing. These are a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy spending time with my son and his buddy as they help me out. I also want to thank them because they're the best photographers in the business. My son Juwan, you can follow him on his Instagram at JDoc, that's JEDDOC.LLC on his Instagram, or Juwan_DW. You can follow Kyle on his Instagram at No Outlet Photos. please follow them, give them a like, subscribe, and check their pictures out. They take amazing pictures and help me look good. That's all we got. We got to head on back to Global Imports, but we're going to take the scenic route on the way back. So we'll see you next time. Later. Remember, go to my YouTube channel, like and subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. The car we're featuring this week is this 2022 BMW M550. Let's check the trunk area right here since we got the back, just to see how the trunk is. See here, get Cal to pop the trunk. That was smooth. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was like, I know Cal got this. I was like, I heard the trunk. I was like, hey, but that was on point though, man. You did good with that.
We're not gonna talk about how the camera freaked out. It did a full 360. No!
I didn't see that.
As soon as you open the trunk, it said, damn, it got me in there. It's fine. Like you just
did you get the trunk open?
We can do it again. I don't know.
Look inside the trunk and see how big it is. We get to pop the trunk up a little bit. As the trunk is not working. Let's see what we got under the hood.
Did it push up?
No, the first time it just popped up. Maybe I had to do it twice. I think I had to do it twice.